introduce you as?
Yeah, so we're Deck Yes Collective.
Deck Yes. Deck
Yes.
Yes Collective. Cool.
Deck Yes. Deck Yes Collective. Yes, and my name is Kate Gray.
Yes. Yes. I'm so
Hello.
excited. Yeah. Hello, Kate. You're here with Deck
Hi.
Yes Collective. Hi. So
Hi.
audience, just so you know, Kate and I met very briefly at one of her events a couple months ago, and I was just so taken by the event. It was so much fun that I was like, please talk to me. And Kate was in Grammy hell. So I've been stalking her now for like 6 weeks to get this interview. So thank you very much.
You. Thank you. One fun fact about me is I don't know where I am ever. So I have replied in my head. So thank you so much for your patience. You're wonderful.
Oh, of course. Are you kidding me? I'm so happy to just be able to talk. So tell me, what is Deck Yes Collective?
Awesome. Yeah. So Deck Yes Collective is a collective of queer folks. I try not to limit it based off of, location, but most of us are in Los Angeles or neighboring areas. And so we're essentially just a collective of queer DJs or artists, really, that are kind of just looking for a community to help uplift them, provide opportunities, provide friendship, and just like a consistent community that is really focused on the actual relationships that you build.
Yeah.
As opposed to maybe, the status that you're building. And we started in 2021.
Awesome.
And I initially started it, but I think what's really important that what I really want to make sure is clear is, I may have started it, but I in no way, shape, or form think that I am the face of it. I think it's really important. I mean, you were in one of our events.
Yeah.
It's never one person behind something. It's many people that bring their energy and their personality and their skills. And that was one of, the things that was interesting starting a collective on your own was like the hope of, maybe I'm kicking it off now, but it's not about me and it's not necessarily even my thing. And so I love discussing Deck Yes, but I think, I'm one voice of many. So thank you for speaking to me.
Of course. And so you DJ as well, right?
Yeah. So I do DJ.
Woo. What's your DJ name?
So my DJ name is Fieri.
Ooh.
But hear me out. This is an inside scoop for you. I may be changing my name.
Okay.
And I think I can say it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to change my name to Gay Fieri.
Yes. Yes.
Get him.
Exactly.
Bold,
that works.
Absolutely.
That works. That's nice.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I'll be upfront. Sometimes when people say the word gal, I'm like, who?
Yeah, exactly.
But so now I'm like, got it. The gay one.
Yeah, okay. The gay one. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're right, because it's very gender conforming, gal.
It feels, yes. It feels that. And I also, if I'm one thing and I had to be one thing, it's gay.
Yeah.
and I want to bring that energy.
Yes.
With
I
people.
love it. I love it. So so tell me more about your sound. What do you like to mix?
Oh, well, thank you. First off, I love that question. I think it's a really fun question because the thing I love about DJing is it's obviously like up to you as a DJ. But the hard part is because it's up to you, you have to really figure out what you're trying to sound like. And so right now where I'm at, and my answer will probably change, but right now I'm really feeling like a lot of like UK garage, some break beats, drum and bass, But I also do enjoy, it depends on where I'm at. Like I'll play like a hard groove, I'll play house, I'll get a little sigh in there,
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
think for me, it's really, what I like to do is if it's a set that I'm playing out, try to figure out like what the energy is of the space and how that applies to me.
Yeah.
And as a Cancer,
Hmm.
hello,
Hello.
very emotional.
Very connect with me. Connect
Yes,
with
yes. Someone give me some love.
Yeah.
So I think usually my sound is around like, I guess the best way of putting it is like break beats, but then there's usually some sort of narrative that I
Yeah.
try to do with like a message. So
Cool.
usually it's like love each
Yeah.
other or
Yeah.
something, but something soft. But yeah, that's me.
Love and respect. I love it. How long have you been mixing? When did you start?
You were very kind, by the way.
I
We're
am.
just
I'm not a bitch. I'm really not. No, I know. And it's sometimes like it's kind of like nice guys finish last. Like the bitchy people. Sometimes squeaky wheel gets the grease.
I
But I'm
guess.
just not. So I just spread. So thank you for saying that. I just like to spread love and light wherever I go.
And that's also like, I don't know, that's something that I think is really important. Especially in LA. It's a busy city, so you can find any type of person and the way that they may, interact. Sometimes it's easy to think that like the easy guy wins, but I hope, or
The nice guy doesn't win.
the
Yeah,
nice
I
guy,
get to talk to
boom,
you.
boom. It's
I
funny,
know.
but
But
I don't
that's
know.
old. I think that's an old saying. I think that's
I-
something like the past. I think energies are shifting. And
Yeah,
I just am like attracting, like we attract what we are, right?
exactly.
I attract people like you, like lovely, happy people
Oh,
who are willing to give back to the community. Because that's everything you've talked about, not gay Fieri, but Deck Yes Collective and like the other things that you're doing. Like, and I want to ask you, I want you to tell me a little bit more about the radio show that you're doing too. It's very
absolutely.
community driven, like you said. It's not about status, it's about connection. And that's what I love about the LA EDM scene, is that it is so tight knit and small, and we really are here for each other. So that's why I'm doing this show, because I just want to highlight the people here and also learn from them, so it's
Well,
also,
thank you
yeah,
for doing that. Thank you for doing that. And I think it takes like a very specific type of person and intention to do that. So thank you.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, I love it. It's a blessing for me. Like I said, I get to
Absolutely.
learn and I get to experience all these great people.
Aw.
So, okay,
Yeah.
so I asked you about your mixing. When did you start?
So I started mixing, actually I got my first like beginner set or beginner controller in
Yeah.
2017.
Ooh.
And what's actually kind of funny is I got the controller, and so I used to play the drums throughout my whole life.
Okay.
When I was a little kid,
You're a
yeah,
drummer. Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I was like a band geek growing up.
I was
Every
a
band,
choir nerd. Like
yes,
I was a singer. So yeah.
absolutely. We love that.
Yeah.
But, I think so you probably would feel it, when you pick up something new and you have like a sense of musical talent, it's like learning something, your eyes get big and you're like, this is incredible. That's kind of how I felt. And I basically got obsessed with it. Um,
Yeah.
to the point where I almost didn't let myself make mistakes. So
Mm.
I took a break for a few years, and also one of the reasons why I started Deck Yes was there's this sense of almost, anybody, there's like this sense of anybody can be a DJ, which isn't true. But seeing a lot of the times, people that are getting the gigs don't necessarily look like you. Or if you show up for a gig and they ask you like, oh, are you someone's friend, girlfriend? Are you working the event? Instead of immediately assuming maybe you're the one playing. it
Right.
kind of turned me off, to be honest with you. And so I took a hiatus for a while.
Yeah.
COVID happened. I also was a part of a project with people that is another reason why I started Deck Yes. Was I think when we started a project that I worked on in the past, I think it was a good learning for me of what I don't necessarily want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not just me, but maybe like what is this bringing to people? Like, is it just another party, or is it
Right.
like what's the actual intention? So after, a few years of taking a break plus COVID, I started mixing really again in 2021. And that's when I started Deck Yes as well. I believe it was like in the summer of 2021. It was like very much a slow, like maybe this could be something, maybe not
Yeah.
sure really where the direction was going, but basically just with the intention of, I bet there's a lot of people that feel like me that love this thing,
Yeah.
don't know where to meet people that also love this thing, and
Yeah.
there's not necessarily something to get out of it, just friendship,
Yep. Yep.
support.
Yep.
And so that's kind of where I'm at. And since then, it's now, I cannot believe it's 2024. Like, boom, boom, we're getting
I
crazy.
know. They
Yeah,
weren't kidding. When you get older, time goes by faster. They really weren't kidding.
it's
Yeah. I was like,
we're unwell.
I have to get a new driver's license. Like I just did that.
Like, what are we up to? But
I mean,
anyways, but yeah,
right?
I mean, I
The
think that's,
simulation we're in. My
yeah,
God.
it's crazy. But that's like one thing that I think that's really beautiful about Deck Yes Collective too, is because it started with the goal of literally just building community.
Wow.
Like, that is something that continues to grow. And as long as you nurture it, it's
Yeah.
not necessarily like bound by time. It's bound by the people that are a part of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, that's so
and yeah, and so, for where we're at now, I'm sure we'll be doing a bunch of events throughout the year once things kind of, chill out a little bit. Maybe the weather's nicer. We'll see.
yeah.
We're definitely going to start doing more events where the focus will really be on lineups that, you're hearing a DJ play what they want to play rather than playing to the crowd.
Yeah.
Um, and hoping that that feeling of like genuine joy and support is there.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, what we're doing right now is doing that, but not in person, where we're doing a monthly show every first Monday on, it's called virtualpublic.net. So it's VPN Radio
Okay.
on Instagram. Lovely dudes, lovely team. I actually found them through another collective that I really admire. That collective's called Made to Move LA. They've been in the game for a really long time. Everything that they do is genuinely like from the heart. And so I saw, this radio basically channel that highlights folks across all genres. We reached out, ended up starting a monthly show called Fruit of the Month. We have one upcoming in May. And then hopefully we'll be doing one every month. And again, it's somebody new every time.
Love it.
Yeah, and it's just really fun. Yeah.
That's amazing. And what gave you the idea to do that?
So it's interesting you bring that up.
Yeah.
The reason why I think it's important to do that, and I feel like I've touched on this already, so let me know if I'm being
No.
repetitive, but
Yeah. Yeah.
well, thank you. I think, LA is such an interesting town.
Yeah.
I'm from LA County.
Oh, you are.
Um, yeah, and
Okay.
but I guess like LA County's so big, you know what I mean? So like
At the same time, like finding people who are from here is a little
it's
rare.
it's interesting. It's interesting, but I feel like I've also had, again, like the privilege and luxury of taking a lot of time to find spaces that, that work. And again, that's like a privilege to be able to do that. So I definitely want to recognize that.
Mm.
I think through my time growing up and like really just figuring out like what I value also like as a human, but in spaces,
Yeah.
um, has kind of led me to, sometimes you can support people and it doesn't need to be in person. Or sometimes, an opportunity for somebody maybe really big, maybe really small,
Yeah.
but as long as you're providing those opportunities or if you have those connections already made, like why wouldn't you have other people, if it's of interest to them to do that? And so with that is basically where, the idea of some sort of monthly cadence, whether that be, a mix or something that kind of came in. And then after, some thinking when I figured out, wow, this virtual public net, like they are incredible. I really appreciate them because they genuinely I know it doesn't sound that big, but to have that much trust in people
Yeah.
to play what they wanna play, but then it be good.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
that's a gamble. That's a gamble.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah.
exactly, and but they allow that, and not just allow it, but they really honor that, and so, basically, like, once I had a meeting or a discussion with them, like, it just felt like they really understood, like, the intentionality of it all,
Yes.
and so that's basically where it kicked off, and it's
I
been
love
great.
it.
We've done a few episodes, and everybody that we've featured has been so wonderful. It's such a different sound. Like, each episode has been so unique, and that's what's so cool about
That's
it.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly.
exactly.
That's like so cool. I mean,
Yeah,
you guys are giving DJs an opportunity to play. It's like you're
yeah,
creating
play.
play. Yes. And like
Exactly.
that's so valuable for us as humans is to reconnect with play because play is what brings us to our child. And the child is the preconditioned self, right?
Yeah,
So our true self, it's the person that if we repress it, we get sad, we can't find joy. It's like so the fact that you're allowing people to do that and not just play in your home, but play in front of other people, like there's so much nerves associated with performing, right?
mhm,
So when you're combining that with the play, it makes it so it's not as nerve-wracking, I believe.
yeah,
Um, yeah,
absolutely, and also, I think something that I would wanna say to that too is that like, why are we doing it? Like, don't you
agreed,
you know,
agreed.
like, isn't the point of this thing that we put in so much of ourselves into,
Right,
like, the point of it is to play and to
true.
find joy,
Right. So many of
and
us this emphasis on money and like make and validation through that. It's
exactly.
really validation we seek through this like professional accreditation of getting paid enough money, right? And so
Yeah,
that becomes focus, but that's like you didn't get in it for that, did you?
exactly. I mean, I think, again, it's, like, such a nuanced thing because it's also, like, totally fair for it to become we live in capitalism, we live in hell. So, attaching worth to monetary is just
Right.
where our brains go.
Well, it's
Um
survival. We have to, I mean, we have to eat,
Yeah,
so yeah,
exactly, and then also, people that do pursue whatever passion it is for like money and survival, that is like a different level of, I think, courage,
yeah,
and also like, again, support is needed because you are taking this massive leap to trust yourself and your abilities, and that's so important.
right,
That's
right.
so important, and that those opportunities need to continue to exist. So I think a lot of the times, especially when you're pursuing, let's say, DJing,
Yeah,
um, I know I got stuck in a really negative thinking cycle of, I need to compare myself to these other people.
yeah,
If I'm
yeah,
not as good as them, why am I pursuing it?
yeah.
I don't deserve this space. I don't
Mm,
deserve support. And that is not true.
right,
That is
right.
simply not true. And another reason why, why I love Deck Yes so much is, because there are so many events in LA. You can find truly whatever you want, and it's happening in LA. Maybe it's going to take a little bit of time to find,
Sure.
but you will find it. What I think is really important is recognizing the amount of people that have been in the game for so long, and also celebrating people that are new as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think what it really comes down to is just looking at the community that you are not necessarily serving, but that you're actively a part of, and going, what can I like bring to it? Because sometimes like maybe what you can bring to it is just like shutting up and listening and supporting other people that have been in the game for a really long time. Or, it's finding your own relative lane where there's a community that is looking for this.
Right.
And that's the importance of it. And so what I think I'm trying to say is the reason why I enjoy doing events, in-person events with Deck Yes, is because yes, you can go find a queer party anywhere in LA, but you may not find a queer party that's like centering like the actual sound,
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
actual layout of where you're going to hear the music, who's playing, how they're playing, have they been able to play places before, maybe not, let's have them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have they
Yeah.
been able to play this style before, maybe not, let's have them. And really just giving, I guess, just not being the same party over and over again, because you never know what you're going to expect, but that's the point of it. Like, we are all very different, and like, let's support each other for being who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that that's, sometimes when you go to a queer party in LA, you're not going to find that necessarily.
Yeah.
And maybe you will, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I think you're right, because queerness has, and intentionally so, been such a focal point of the gatherings. It's
Mhm,
about being queer. And
mhm.
so the event becomes about that, and the music is simply an element of that queerness, right? So we
Exactly.
get queer DJs to support the queerness. But what you're saying is that Deck Yes Collective is about the music. It's
Exactly.
about, yes, I love that. Oh, I love that.
Exactly. It's the people that
I
are,
felt that at your show. I
oh,
felt
thank
that
you.
at your show. Because I go to queer parties all the time. I mean, it's not like you said, they're everywhere. I've been to Rhonda's, I've been to all the things, and they're great.
Yeah.
But yours was intimate and personal and fun. And I felt like, I don't know, I felt like I could let loose, and the
Yeah.
music was so great. It was like you guys were playing to the crowd, but also your own stuff. And you were spinning. Who were you spinning with that night?
I
You were
was
back.
playing with my lovely, beautiful friend. Their DJ name is Sarita Linda. They're incredible. They smack ass every time.
Smacked ass. I
Ass.
was like, and the songs that they played, I was like, ah,
Divine.
I mean, I was like, bend me over. Let's twerk this shit.
We
I mean,
did.
it was dirty.
It
It was,
was.
it was so fun.
It was. I appreciate that. Thank you. Another thing that last show was so much fun. But thank you for saying that, because that is something that, again, like, I am not Deck Yes Collective. We are all Deck Yes Collective. When you walk into that space, the hope is that you do feel safe. You do feel taken care of. You do feel like the people around you are actually acknowledging you.
Yes.
Um, because
Eye contact. Yes.
exactly. Yeah, because we are a collective. And so what I'm hoping is, if you walk in there, you walk out meeting somebody new, and like, you actually have made a connection.
Yes.
The amount of people that I have met, like, from our events alone, that like, it's not just like an encounter of like, hey, let's dance, of genuinely getting to know who they are, definitely not on the dance floor, but outside of it,
Outside,
has
yeah.
been that is, I think, for me, the highlight of Deck Yes Collective has been truly the people that I have met throughout it, that have become such important people in my life. It's just a privilege to be like, to meet somebody in that way. And the last thing that I would say too is, something that, you know, is a value for me, maybe not for everybody in the collective, but because I grew up, you know, in LA, I also had the privilege of kind of going to a lot of crazy like warehouse parties,
Yeah. Yeah.
and those are fun. And that gets back to what, you know, electronic and house music is, and like rave music is.
The origins of it. Yeah.
Exactly. And again, the origins of this music are from Black people. And
Yeah.
it is something that, you know, as someone that is white, I want to absolutely acknowledge that it is not something that I own. It is not something that
Yeah. Cool.
we absolutely want to celebrate. Um, the work and the actual community that has absolutely brought us to where we are today. But with that, being, you know, someone from LA and having the luxury and privilege of going to so many different kinds of raves and warehouses, I've gotten to see like what it works,
Yep.
and like and what the true meaning is behind it, and that is community. And
Yes.
walking
You
in.
for 10,000 hours, boo.
Oh,
You would,
absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely. We've been have come up from the LA River like a little river rat. But anyways, oh, but yeah, no, I mean, because of that, I've gone to so many like raves, warehouse parties. You know, they've had people come in from the UK, had people come in from South Africa, wherever. And it's been such a beautiful experience just to see what community truly can be.
yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I hope is the feeling that people get when they go to a Deck Yes event, is kind of like the underground community is above ground,
Yeah.
a little bit more accessible, hopefully,
Yeah.
um, a little bit easier maybe to meet people, but just truly is like a place to honor the community.
Yeah.
And so hopefully, you know, in the future, we're going to have more events. We're going to probably be focusing a little bit more on like community stuff. So
Yeah.
I will say this. Um, we're definitely going to be doing more like intimate like gatherings at parks to
Oh,
do more like I don't even want to call them networking sessions, but
yeah.
more just genuine connection
No, let's
days.
just hang out and like talk
Exactly.
about music. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and really get to know each other, figure out, you know, hey, you like to play this type of music, you like to play this type of music. Like, is there a world where, you know, there could be a curated event that's in this style that you'd want to lead? Or is this something that you're interested in doing? By all means, let's do it. If Deck Yes is a vehicle for things, that's the goal. Yeah. And maybe we'll do another big show. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. The world is your oyster. If
Hours.
somebody hours. If somebody wants to get involved with Deck Yes,
Absolutely. If somebody wants to get involved for stuff, thank you.
yeah,
That's really nice, and I hope that you do.
yeah,
If
I
somebody
do.
wants to get involved in Deck Yes, definitely reach out to us on Instagram. Our Instagram is at Deck Yes Collective. Right now, I'll just be completely transparent. Um, we've been a little quiet on social, but we're always trying to be, you know, making sure that we're reaching out to people if they've reached back to us in a timely manner. We never want, you know, people to feel like they're not getting, you know, listened to, or like if we've swerved on somebody. That's definitely not what we want to have people feel. So definitely reach out to us on Instagram. You could even email us, deckyescollective@gmail.com. We're around, always here to support. Also, if there's ever an idea, a way for us to get better, anything along those lines, like truly, like this is a collective, and the goal is to have folks feel a part of it. So always open.
Amazing. Hey,
Sure.
anything else? Anything else you want to leave us with?
I think the thing that I would say is just thank you to everybody that's been a part of Deck Yes Collective. The amount of folks that are behind the scenes and in front of the scenes that are just truly incredible individuals that have become absolute best friends it's insane. I just thank you for people that have come to our shows. Like that's just that. I know LA is hard and there's a lot of things to go to. And so to take the time, potentially the money to buy a ticket to come in, it is really appreciated. And the least we can do is make you feel welcome. So come through again.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait for the radio shows. I'm just going to be all up in Deck Yes Collective's grill. Okay. All of it. I mean, I've been stalking you for weeks. Okay. So clearly,
I'm disassociating.
Clearly I'm involved. I'm interested, but yeah.
You're
so
in it.
I'm in it. Yes. I will email you to figure out how I can help the collective.
I hope you do. I hope you do.
I'd love to get more involved with you.
Awesome. And
I love what you guys are doing. I think that it's so, like the intentionality behind it. I think that is so needed in the space. So
well, thank you. I appreciate that. And also when you reach out, I hope there's something we can also help you with.
In the future, I'm sure. Exactly. We'll all be, we're all in this together.
We're all in this
together. And I also can't wait for Gay Fieri's debut. So, okay, let's just
imagine assless chaps. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Me and my corporate clothes.
Take me to Flavor Town. Take me to Flavor Town. Okay.
One stop, baby. Not a round trip. It's not a round trip. Okay.
Honestly, it's so good. It's so good. The name slaps. It's so good. Yeah, you're the winner there. Okay. So whatever you want to do with it, you go. So okay, I'm gonna end the interview on this. This is amazing. So thank you.
Thank you so much for talking. You're really lovely.
Oh, and you're really lovely too. Like, let's actually hang out outside of this and do exactly what we were just talking about. Like, let's grab lunch or coffee or a drink or something.
Fantastic.
What part of town are you in? Yeah, are you east side, west side?
Well, so hear me out.
Actually, let me stop recording. Okay, bye guys. You don't need to know where she lives. Okay, bye.